Hey everyone, it's Ashley from Ashley's Kitchen here, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way to make chicken cacciatore. My mom taught me this recipe when I was growing up. It's the way she made it. It takes 2 seconds to put everything together, probably about 45 minutes in the oven, and you're set. So all you need is, really, I'd just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 ingredients, that's it. Even, 3 of the ingredients are spices, so it doesn't really count. So I got a can of tomatoes here. Now those are whole tomatoes, and the whole tomatoes have no spice on them. They're just plain tomatoes. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that I use everything plain. I like to make my own flavor, and if you use stuff with spices in it, it changes the whole recipe. So what I'm using this for, this is potato masher. We got our whole tomatoes in there. My husband doesn't like big chunks of tomatoes. So what I do is I use my potato masher, and watch out people, because you want to make sure you coat the tomatoes and the juice starts coming out before you start squishing, otherwise they'll go all over the kitchen. Done that like 60 million times before. So anyways, this is going to mash up all your tomatoes for you and get them into bite-sized little tiny pieces so they're not huge. Me, I do a little bit more mushing just because, like I said, my husband doesn't like to see the pieces in his. I don't mind though, because by the end of the meal, he has a bunch of the little pieces of tomatoes on the side of his plate, and then I take that from him. And I eat it. Okay, so there we go. We got all of our tomatoes all smashed up. That took, what, a second, right? So it's all smashed up in there, you can see that? So now, I also got 1 large can of tomato sauce. Okay. And I always add a little bit of water to my tomato sauce, and I just swish it around to get all the extras out. There we go. And now we're going to mix all those together. So it makes a pretty big portion. Now, we feed a family of 4. So I do the 1 can of tomatoes and the 1 can of tomato sauce. You can double it up if you need to. So this is the simple part, really. So you're going to do, I just put it in there, and it's to preference, right? Like, you should taste it before you put your chicken in. But I'd say about, at the least, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Put that in there. And now you get your thyme. Literally the only spice you're going to use in here besides garlic and pepper is your thyme. And you can see tomato all over my shirt. Thyme, you want to be really, put a good amount of thyme in there. That's dried thyme. I use dried thyme. I've used fresh thyme before. It doesn't taste the same. It's a little bit more potent. So I do at least 2 teaspoons of the thyme. That's what's going to make your flavor. You don't need any oil, any olive oil. Put pepper in there to taste. You know what? That's it. That's it. And trust me, it's going to be the best chicken cacciatore you've ever eaten in your whole entire life. So simple, and you'd think that something's so amazing after it comes out, because you'll taste it. It has to, there has to be like 1 million ingredients in there. There doesn't. It's very simple. But remember, so the biggest thing is always get plain tomato sauce and plain tomatoes in anything you're cooking when it comes to pasta sauces, because you want to make your own flavor. You don't want it to taste like it came out of a can, or that it came from some cheap takeout place, right? So what do we got here? We have more than 10, but I put about 10. Now these have the bone on and the skin on chicken thighs, but you can get boneless, skinless as well. Which is good, because then you don't really have to do anything afterwards. All you're doing is eating. Okay, so I just open them before, they're kind of tight together they're kind of tight together when they pack them, so I kind of just open them and place them in there. Like I said, you're going to cook this for about 45 minutes. And once I get them all in there, I like to just swish them around for a second with the fork or spoon. Make sure they're all covered in the sauce. And just check on them once or twice. Make sure, because sometimes it gets a little dry on top of the chicken and you have to put some more sauce. Ladle some more sauce on there. Ooh, ladle, that's pretty, pretty good wording there. So just get them all covered. There we go. There we are. Now that was easy. Literally it took me since I'm explaining it to you guys, usually it takes me 2 seconds, but About 5 to 6 minutes to get that all done. You throw it in the oven. 45 minutes later, you got a beautiful meal. And I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Thanks, guys. So here we have it, the finished product. Chicken cacciatore. Hope you enjoy. See you guys later.